ये देखो तुम
In the previous class, we were discussing about buffer solutions. In buffer solutions, we have defined what is the meaning of buffer solution. And after definition of buffer solution, we have discussed about what are the types of buffer solutions. We have classified in two categories. After classification of that, we have said why it is acting like that, why it is called as a buffer, why it is resisting its change in pH value. With that, I have taken one example, and homework was given as one more example. I hope you have done that one, considering that basic buffer. What happens in case of basic buffer if you are adding small amount of strong acid or small amount of strong base? If it is so, how they will maintain the pH value constant, right? Now, once you complete that discussion, then the new question or new discussion comes to be something like this, that suppose, for example, you are having a buffer solution, then the question comes, sir, how we are going to calculate the pH of buffer solution, right? Now, finding out pH of buffer solution can be done very simply. pH of buffer solution, consider an acidic buffer. What is that? Acetic acid plus it's a salt with strong base, NaA. That is weak acid and it's salt with strong base. You can write example if you are unable to understand here in the form of general notation. Keep in mind acetic acid and it's a salt, CH3COO. Now, when you want to find out pH value, naturally your simplest idea is, sir, I want to get H plus. From that H plus, I can go for pH. Come on, let us take first HA. This will dissociate to give you H plus and dash A minus. Who is that fellow? Acetate ion, right? And next, we are having K. What is this? Acid ionization constant. Acid ionization constant is written as concentration of H plus ion into concentration of A minus acetate ion. Take care of that. Concentration of unionized acetic acid molecule. Fine. Now, once you are having this one, then we can say, sir, we want pH. We want pH. Therefore, we'll proceed like this. Concentration of H plus ion is equal to Ka into concentration of unionized acid molecule by concentration of dash A minus. No, sir, I want pH. What is pH? Minus log of H plus. Okay, no problem. Apply log on both the sides. Log of H plus ion is equal to log of Ka plus your mathematical genius with you. Therefore, concentration of unionized and concentration of ionized form of acetic acid. No, sir, I want pH. Therefore, apply minus sign. This is minus log of H plus, minus log of Ka, minus log of all that. What is minus log of H plus? pH is equal to minus log of K, pKa, and minus log of K is pK, not this one, right? This minus is minus log of K is equal to pKa, and I want to enjoy with this plus sign. Sir, I want to write this minus sign. If you want to take this minus sign in the form of plus, what happens? By doctors, what happens? I want to retain it as it is. This will become what? A minus by H. This is the equation used to calculate pH of an acidic buffer. What is this? pH of buffer solution. What is this? Acid ionization constant of weak acid, which is a component of acidic buffer. Log of, what is this? Concentration of unionized acid molecule left out. What is this? Concentration of ionized form. Right. Now, this is very important to learn, right? Especially IIT students, right? We are pretending, we are having A minus. What is A minus? A minus is concentration of acetate ion, right? I am saying it acetate ion, but in place of that, should I say this word? It is given as conjugate base, a new way of learning. That we are not saying concentration of acetate ion, we are talking about concentration of conjugate base. Therefore, whenever we are writing pH value, remember, scientists, please take care of that. pH is equal to pKa plus log of concentration of conjugate base of weak acid by concentration of Ha. Therefore, we say something. People say commonly, doctors, people say commonly, lecturers says commonly, and the books also says commonly. What is this? It is nothing but pH is equal to pKa plus log of concentration of salt. What is the problem here? Sir, actually this is conjugate base. No. What is the problem? The problem is this is giving you acetic acid molecule, acetate ion. This is also giving you acetate ion. But you know very well that the concentration of acetate ion available from salt, who is this fellow? Salt. And who is salt? Strong electrolyte. And this is concentration of acetate ion from weak acid. And who is weak acid? Weak acid is supposed to be already suppressed because of common ion effect. Therefore, remember that whenever we are having a strong component and a weak component, influence is always dominated by strong component. Therefore, people say this is not concentration of acetate ion, this is concentration of salt, because acetate ion and sodium ion are 1:1. This is the story when we are discussing in terms of 1:1 electrolyte. Scientists, it is not necessary that that fellow should take only 1:1 electrolyte. As far as the neat people are concerned, job is finished. Concentration of salt by concentration of acid. This is the final answer. But for you, remember, if suppose that fellow has given you this type of story, what? CH3, COOH, acetic acid, and dash CH3, COO taken twice, calcium acetate. I have taken acetic acid and sodium acetate, no problem. It is a 1:1 electrolyte. All the things are enjoyable in a common language. But you should be very careful whenever examiner wants to check up whether you have subject or not. Right? You are having only superficial subject. Okay, go ahead, get the marks. But if you are having depth knowledge, then you get rank. If it is so, then what is concentration? If concentration of calcium acetate is C, what is to be written there? We don't want to write concentration of calcium acetate, sir. We want to write concentration of acetate ion, and this must be 2C. Be careful, be careful. When you are doing problem, Here, this is a wrong way, but people say like this, examiners and even books also are having this statement. Yes, it is applicable. It's correct, but only in case of binary electrolytes, 1:1 type of electrolyte. If suppose, for example, you are having any electrolyte which consists of a ternary type of system or quaternary type of system, then you should be careful. This is not salt. Therefore, most accurate way of representing is pH is equal to pK plus log of concentration of conjugate base. Yes, by concentration of acid. Therefore, this is important. C is concentration of salt. I don't want concentration of salt. It is suitable only when it is 1:1 electrolyte. Otherwise, it is supposed to be conjugate base. Similarly, since you people are so much genius, I can say beta POH for basic buffer. Cheating. pKb plus log of concentration of what is that now we have to write? Concentration of anion. Who is that fellow? Basic buffer. Let us take an example of basic buffer. Ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride, for example. Okay. So here we have to say concentration of salt as usual. I'll go for normal behavior, right? By concentration of acid. No. Concentration of base. This is not correct, sir. The correct statement must be given as POH is equal to pKb plus log of concentration of what? Conjugate acid. Yes, ammonium ion, right? If suppose we are discussing this, then we say it is concentration of conjugate acid. What is conjugate acid here? Concentration of ammonium ion by concentration of base. What is concentration of base? Concentration of ammonium hydroxide. But again, the story is same, sir. Suppose, for example, if I have taken ammonium chloride. No. One boy says, sir, I am preparing a buffer, ammonium hydroxide along with ammonium sulfate. Naturally, concentration of salt, suppose for example, if you are taking concentration of salt as a C, you cannot substitute here in this case, you have to say concentration of conjugate acid. Who is that fellow? Ammonium ion must be equal to, what is that? 2C. Be careful about this one. Go ahead. Once it's over, please intimate me. Okay. प्लीज इतना भी गड़बड़ मत कीजिए बेटा, इतना भी नया तो कैसे करेंगे। शजीउद्दीन, PK6 कहाँ लिखा है बेटा स्क्रीन पे? आपका डाउट बाद में बात करेंगे, पहले PK6 कहाँ है बेटा? Where is PK6? Tell me. चलिए, कम से कम पढ़ते वक्त इतना तो शौर रखो बेटा, क्या लिख रहे हैं? PK6 भी कोई चीज होती है क्या? Go ahead, go ahead. एम्स के स्टूडेंट हैं, PK6 लिखने में आपको कम से कम ख्याल होना कि PK6 कैसा लिखूं सर। Everything is clear. Go ahead. ये जो वर्ड है, बोलते वक्त ध्यान देना बेटा, सुनना, बोलते वक्त है ना, बोलते वक्त सुनना। ये अब तक 3-4 वक्त बोल दिया मैं इंग्लिश में जब पढ़ा था। इसको कहते हैं सिमिलरली। If suppose, for example, someone says, no, sir, I don't want to write POH value, because every time they will ask you PH, right? Suppose if I am taking basic buffer, in basic buffer also, if you want to write PH, what is to be done? Very simple. PH is equal to 14 minus POH minus PKB minus log of concentration of salt by concentration of base. Chaliye, write down this equation also. I'll go to the next slide. Fine. Come to next. Now this discussion is, once it's over, actually buffer topic is over here. But since I am having IIT main students, and a few of you may be planning for AIMS also, for those students. Sir, when you are talking about buffer solution, you are saying one typical word. Buffer solution is a solution which maintains its pH almost constant, resists the change in pH value. If you add small amount of strong acid, small amount of strong base, then the student should think about it and say, sir, what do you mean by this word small? Why you are using this one? When you say, right, if you add strong acid, if you add strong base, why you are insisting upon the word small? Right? Let us enjoy that one. And here we have concept, here we have a numerical approach also. Suppose, for example, if I'm having a buffer in which we are having a property called buffer capacity, buffer action. What is buffer action? Buffer action is the behavior we have said in previous class. It is the property of buffer solution by virtue of which it will capture the released H plus ion from the added strong acid, or captures released OH minus ion from the added strong base. But it is not complete action. Complete action is after capturing that H plus ion or OH minus ion, they should result to weak electrolyte. Then it is called buffer action. Nice. Once you understand this, then the question comes, sir, capturing. What is the meaning of capturing? It is accepting, or it is taking up H plus ion from the acid added, OH minus ion from the acid base added. But up to what time? If you are goes on adding strong acid, up to certain limit, buffer solution says, okay, I'll capture H plus ions. Okay, I'll capture OH minus ion. But after certain limit, buffer solution says, I don't have capacity to capture the released H plus ions or to capture the released OH minus ions if you add large amount of acid or base. And buffer solution says, now I will behave like a normal solution. I will change my pH, right? That limit is there for every buffer solution. That means I am trying to tell a statement that every buffer solution has a capacity to capture the H plus ion, a capacity to capture the OH minus ion, but up to certain limit. Beyond that limit, it will not remain as a buffer solution. It will change its property and becomes as a normal solution. That limit is defined as buffer capacity, right? This is defined as a property called buffer capacity. Now the question comes, what is the meaning of buffer capacity mathematically? Theoretically, you enjoyed it just now, sir. It is the limit up to which it is maintaining as the buffer, but once you go beyond the limit, it will lose its capturing property. Therefore, suppose for example, you are saying that, sir, I am having a container. Scientist, take care of this. I am having a buffer solution whose pH is equal to, say, for example, 3. Something acidic buffer, right? Now, if suppose, for example, pH is equal to 3, now rule number 1, what is happening? He is adding strong acid. Okay, and whenever he is adding strong acid, because he is a chemistry person, he will add 1 mole of strong acid. Check the pH. Sir, it is not changing. Very good. 2 moles, sir, not changing. 3 moles, sir, not changing. Suppose, for example, if you are saying when you have added a moles of strong acid, pH is becoming as 2. Then we have to stop and we have to say, listen carefully, number of moles of strong acid added per liter of buffer solution to change its pH by 1 unit. To change its pH by 1 unit. Okay, rule number 2 came. Another experiment. Suppose, for example, he is adding base. Another experiment I am saying, listen carefully. If suppose 1 mole of base, sir, pH is same. 2 moles of base, pH is same. If suppose you are adding B moles of strong base, then suppose, for example, after this pH is becoming as 4, then you can say, yes, sir. Now, number of moles of strong base added per liter of buffer solution to change its pH by 1 unit, it is called buffer capacity. Buffer capacity is number of moles of strong acid or strong bases added per liter of buffer solution to change its pH by 1 unit. That is important. Okay, doctor's job is over. Scientist's job is BCE, buffer capacity, is equal to, let us try to make it in mathematical way, number of moles of strong acid or strong base per liter of solution by change in pH. If this change in pH is 1, this moles becomes buffer capacity. Simple definition. If change in pH is equal to 1, moles becomes buffer capacity, right? Therefore, how many moles must be added in 1 liter so that pH change will be 1 unit? That is called buffer capacity. Up to this value, buffer solution says, I am a buffer. Once you go beyond this value, buffer solution says, sorry, I will change my nature. I will not have a tendency to resist the change in pH value. I will behave like a normal solution. That is called as buffer capacity. Right. Now, suppose, for example, you are saying, sir, we are having a buffer solution, something like this. For acidic buffer. What is it? pH is equal to, by the way, these two equations, what we have derived here in this case, they are called as, in your notes, please write down that, you have to honor that fellow. Henderson's equation. Nowadays, no one is asking you names. That is 1947 love story. No one is asking who, and now that today modern fashion is why and how, right? IIT means, NEET means why and how. pH is equal to pKa plus log of concentration of salt by concentration of acid. Be careful. You should know the meaning of salt properly. Okay. Similarly, suppose for example, if you say, sir, let somehow I have arranged like this. Concentration of salt is equal to concentration of acid. If it happens, doctors, what happens? pH is equal to pKa. Log 1 is 0. Such type of buffers are said to have maximum buffer capacity. Those solutions, those buffer solutions in which concentration of salt and acid are maintained equal, they are said to have higher maximum buffer capacity. For them, pH is equal to pKa. Similarly, for basic buffer, what is POH? POH is equal to pKb, right? No, sir, we are genius students. Why you are repeating number of times? pH is equal to 14 minus pKb minus log of concentration of salt by base, right? Let concentration of salt is equal to concentration of base. This implies pH is equal to 14 minus pKb. That is the situation where you can say, yes, sir, we are having maximum buffer capacity. Okay. Now, since we are having a class with the combined students of mains and aims, right? For NEET people, if suppose someone is just having a target of their life NEET, no problem. You can simply say, sir, this much is enough. For those who are having aims idea, their aim of life is aims, if it is so, or those who are preparing for advanced examination, there is a possibility of a question to create. You have to create a question and I'm here to answer that one, right? But my teaching method is I'll create a question on behalf of you and I'll give you answer. Now, if you are that type of student, then you may be thinking, sir, you are saying some amounts, small amount. Okay, we accepted small amount. And up to that small amount, that fellow is saying, I am a buffer, I will maintain pH constant, everything is nice. But if you say, sir, I am adding more than that, what happens? Yes, IIT people will create a question here that if you are adding excess amount of acid, strong acid, or you are adding strong acid or strong base beyond the limit of its buffer capacity, what will happen, right? Naturally, that is a very good question for us. Come on, if it is so, if an excess amount, excess that means beyond buffer capacity, right? Excess amount of strong acid or strong base is added to a buffer solution. Then what happens? Come on. Consider acetic buffer. Who is that fellow? Our old friend, acetic acid plus sodium acetate, CH3COO-Na. Who are dancing in the container? In the container, acetate ion is dancing along with sodium ion, and we have CH3COOH also, unionized form. All three are dancing in the container. Now, suppose for example, you are saying, sir, I am adding strong acid. If HCl is added, suppose, then what happens? Once excess amount of HCl goes inside the container where buffer solution is enjoying its life, the acid molecule along with salt, HCl goes inside. When HCl is seen by acetic acid molecule, her face changes. She says, no, 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 I don't like you because I am also acid, you are also acid. What about sodium acetate? Sodium acetate is salt of weak acid and strong base. Therefore, it is basic in nature. She says, welcome HCl, please come to my house. And there is a reaction between these two fellows. Therefore, what happens? Now, acetate HCl molecule will react with CH3 COONA, so that there is a formation of acetic acid and dash NaCl. That means sodium acetate is used up, consumed, and acetic acid is formed. Therefore, pH, new pH is equal to pKa plus log of, what is the formula? The formula is concentration of salt by concentration of acid. No, no, sir. Because of addition of excess amount of HCl, concentration of salt is decreased because it is used up. Right? If HCl is added, how many moles added? A moles per liter added. Suppose. Then what happens? Concentration of salt used up. As many moles of HCl, so many will be used up, minus A. And acetic acid is formed, plus A. Yes. This is the formula. We are not parrots. We are not going to remember. We are not going to buy heart. We have to enjoy the beauty of subject, why and how this type of situation takes place. We have to create a situation and we have to apply that in the form. No, 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 not like that, sir. Suppose, for example, if strong base is added, sodium hydroxide is added. How many moles? B moles per liter. Base B moles, acid A moles. Then what happens? One sodium hydroxide goes inside acetic acid, say, come on, come with me. I am an acid, you are a base. Let us enjoy a game. Right? Whereas sodium acetate says, I am also base, you are also base, we cannot have pleasant life, is not possible. Therefore, sodium hydroxide will be used up with acetic acid, available acetic acid, this fellow. And there is a formation of sodium acetate, CH3COONA. Write down properly, sir. There is a formation of sodium acetate and dash water. Acetic acid used up and sodium acetate formed. Okay, this implies, let me write here, pH dash is equal to pKa plus log of concentration of salt by acid. No, sir, salt is formed, plus B. Acid is consumed, minus B, right? That is the way with which we try to enjoy the concept of what we can say weak addition of strong acid and strong base. If it is beyond the limit, it will happen. Please carry on. Any doubt to ask? Ubaidur Rahman Atif. Beta, when I am discussing till now junior intern syllabus, from the beginning of this day today, I never use the word saturation. Never I use the word saturation. Therefore, I don't know what is the meaning of saturation. You are using the wrong word because you don't know the meaning of saturation. So keep quiet. It is not saturation. It's wrong here to use that word. It has a different meaning. It will come to you. I think within this week only that word comes to you. Any other doubt, which is a scientific doubt or examination oriented doubt? Tell me. What's the doubt in the examination? Tell me, no problem. Saduddin Owaisi, please tell me. What's the doubt? Conceptual doubt or numerical doubt?
Question material is all of second paper.
75, which is tri-basic acid. Beta, can you please tell me the question? I don't have paper with me at present. I think I have asked you H3PO. Wait a minute, I recall the question. The question is something like that. I don't know for the example. Is it this question you are asking? Yes, same question. See here, phosphoric, we have done this in our classroom. Phosphoric acid is tribasic acid. This is called tribasic acid, right? This is the answer. Now, how it is tribasic, sir? We should memorize it? No, you are not a parent. Then how to proceed? This is the method. The method is phosphoric acid. Here, take help of our senior lecturer, Mr. Krishna Mohan sir. He'll say something like this. Those hydrogens are replaceable as H plus ion, which are bonded with more electronegative element. Oxygen is more electronegative element, therefore, in H3PO4, three hydrogens are connected. Therefore, this can be released, this monobasic. This is released dibasic. This is also released tribasic. Therefore, H3PO4 is tribasic. I hope answer is clear, but let us enjoy one more thing here. Suppose if I give you this fellow, H3PO3. Now see this, phosphorus, oxygen, double bond O, H3PO3. Now this hydrogen is replaceable, this hydrogen is replaceable. It is called dibasic acid, right? Remaining, you develop it. And for development of what to do? Reading books. NCERT we had to read, okay? For inorganic chemistry, you have to read NCERT. For physical chemistry, NCERT is not advisable. You have to go for textbooks. I said 3 textbooks, 3 names I have given you in the beginning of online classes. Any one book you have to keep with you and you have to read. Fine. Go ahead. Is it over? Shall I shift to next slide? Go ahead, right now. Monica, Vijay Kumar ko చెప్తే ప్లంబర్ కి చెప్పాడు అంటే ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేసి రిమైండ్ చేస్తారా ఏమైతుందంటే నేను ఈవినింగ్ వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉంటారు కదా వాష్ చేయడానికి ఫ్లష్ చేయడానికి లీవర్ లేదు అంటే డర్టీ అయిపోతుంది పొద్దున్న కొంచెం అడగండి ఇవాళ అవుతుంది Over? Fine. Now, that is the end of buffer solutions. Okay, we have done pH and then we have done buffer solution. Now there is one more topic, two more topics, and if I go to IIT higher level, there are still three topics left out, and most probably I'll complete that in this week. Any information about when we are going to have offline classes from your management? No. Okay, no problem. For this week, we'll continue all three because I have not done numerical problems. I am waiting that if suppose we are having a chance, only if suppose if it is not there, as we in previous chapters for problems also we'll go through online only. Next discussion is with respect to a new topic known as come on, what is that topic? This topic is a very beautiful discussion available here, purely conceptual discussion. Suppose, for example, I am talking about a salt. Till now, we were discussing about acid and base, right? Today onwards, we'll dedicate our discussion to salts, right? Otherwise, there will be anger. Why we are not discussing salts? Suppose, for example, you are talking about the salt. What is salt? Salt is combination of acid and base. Whenever we are having salt, right, what you have said in your lower classes, that suppose, for example, if you are saying that we are having an acid and a base, let us honor to Arrhenius. He said there is a formation of salt and water. I'll take this basic equation today to enjoy my topic. Suppose, for example, I have taken a salt and this salt has been added to water. Then what happens? Nothing will happen, sir. See the above equation. It may be forming acid and base. No, you people are genius. I think you will not give the type of answer. You will give the answer, sir, there is a formation of salt solution. Yes, whenever salt is dissolved in water, we are having formation of salt solution. In this salt solution, suppose, for example, if you dip pH meter, there is a device known as pH meter, as we have lactometer. pH meter is there. Once you dip that in the solution, it will give you correct direct reading of that one. So if suppose, for example, you are dipping pH meter in this salt solution, you may observe sometimes in some cases pH is less than 7. In some other cases, you may find that pH is more than 7. Then you are very happy, sir. I know very well that this solution is acidic in nature, this solution is basic in nature. And suppose, for example, in a solution, if you got pH is equal to 7, you may declare that this solution is supposed to be neutral solution. So if suppose, for example, you are saying that whenever salt is dissolved in water, the resulting solution, listen to me carefully, I am saying statement available in the books and some of the lecturers, which is going to be wrong now. When a salt is dissolved in water, resulting salt solution exhibits acidic, basic, or neutral properties. This is known as salt hydrolysis. Our topic is salt hydrolysis. What people say and what IP books also say at lower level, that if a salt is dissolved in water, the resulting salt solution exhibits acidic, basic, and neutral properties. This process is known as salt hydrolysis. No, it's not correct. It's not correct. Right? There is a big mistake. But for IP examination, okay, no problem. You'll get definitely fine, beautiful 4 marks. But for us, we'll get fine, beautiful -1 mark for that one. Then what is salt hydrolysis? Salt hydrolysis is, what is salt? Salt consists of cation and anion. If it is made to react with water, then what happens? Right? Once you dissolve, that A plus and B minus get separated. A plus and B minus get separated. Fine. Now to this A plus and B minus, since you are saying there is water molecule available, Now, if this A plus, listen to me carefully, if this A plus combines with water molecule, if it is combining with water molecule, right, then it is called hydrolysis of cation. What is salt hydrolysis? Salt hydrolysis, listen carefully. Salt hydrolysis is a process in which when salt is dissolved in water, ions of salt selectively reacts with ions of water. Yes, this is the example. There is one boy, I don't know, always he is raising hand. Please, if you are not interested, leave my class. I don't, you are having chat box open. Idiot, if you are having a doubt, write down on the chat box. I'll explain you KG to PG, any physical chemistry doubt. Raising your hand is showing that you are useless in this class. 2 times you have done it. If you're not interested, please go to hell. Why you are coming to my class unnecessarily? Salt hydrolysis is a process in which selectively, take care of my language, selectively cations of salt or anions of salt. Cations of salt or anions of salt, sometimes both, sometimes none. If they are selectively reacting with water, it is called salt hydrolysis. Some of you may say, those who are sincerely listening, sir, samajh mein nahi aaya. Yes, of course, right? If you give like this, it is not possible to enjoy. This is general discussion. You may enjoy the story if it is like this. Come on, let us enjoy the game now. CH3COONA. Now, if suppose you are adding water, then there will be CH3COO minus Na plus. Now, this is called hydrolysis if reaction takes place. If otherwise, no. Come on. Acetate ion. What acetate ion says? Acetate ion says, I am coming from weak electrolyte. I am coming from acetic acid. My source is weak. I want to enjoy combined life. Therefore, I'll try to combine along with you so as to form CH3COOH. This is known as salt hydrolysis. Selective ion of salt. Sodium ion is saying to water molecule, Mr. Water, I am coming from rich family, strong base. I don't want to combine. I want to have my life freely, freedom. Na plus, I want to enjoy in ionic form. I don't want to become molecular form. Therefore, this Na plus remains as it is same. H plus ion of water, OH minus in water. They are simply waiting when this fellow is going to react. This fellow said, no, I am not going to react with you. I am not going to react with you. No salt hydrolysis. I am going to combine with you. Salt hydrolysis. Salt hydrolysis is defined as a process in which when a salt is dissolved in water, ions of salt selectively do react with ions of water, resulting acidic solution, basic solution, and neutral solution. And when they do so, that we'll discuss in the next class. I'll give you one definition, write down that properly, and then we'll pack up. For example, this is not necessary. That is the way with which I am enjoying the explanation. Now, heading right now, salt hydrolysis. A process in which addition of salt to water results acidic or basic nature due to, this is salt hydrolysis, selective combination of ions of salt with ions of water. This is known as salt hydrolysis. That means cation may combine with water, anion may combine with water, both may combine with water. It is called hydrolysis. Okay, how they do combine? Then you have a question, sir, why cation only? Why anion only? Why not always both? Yes, all answers to all these questions which we are having in our mind will come in the next episode. Thank you. Complete this and tell me I back up the class. completed. Nice. Remaining discussion will proceed in the next class. Thank you.